This is Mordecai and Rigby destroying the park on their first day?
We did it!
And this is when they destroyed the planet trying to get rid of a bird.
I don't even care that the park was destroyed. You guys feel like this all the time?
Yeah, pretty much.
These are only two situations where this duo caused the near extinction of their park. So today we went through all 244 episodes to find out how much they've caused in damages, and the final number will blow your mind. Kind of like Benson in the episode we're starting with. In the episode Think Positive, after numerous times of Benson yelling at Mordecai and Rigby, well deserved I might add.
Oh, hey Benson, what's up? We're finally painting the shed.
Pops orders him to stop yelling at them or he'd fire him, and this was no easy task. Throughout the episode, Mordecai and Rigby continue to goof around, pushing Benson to his limit until he finally snaps.
Whoa, Benson, are you
And in order to save the already half-destroyed park, Pops orders Benson to take all his built-up anger on Mordecai and Rigby, and man, he doesn't hold back.
If you don't yell at Mordecai and Rigby right now, you're fired! You lazy, no-good slackers drive me nuts! Can't you just listen to me once in your worthless life?
So, because Mordecai and Rigby were the cause of Benson's anger, they're responsible for the total cost of damages that comes out to a crazy $15,035,000, including their first day at work and just this episode. Their park check can barely cover their video games, let alone that amount. But hold on to your cars, because this amount doesn't get any regular. In the episode Just Set Up the Chairs, Rigby and Mordecai are tasked with, well, just setting up chairs for a kid's birthday party. Yes, only these two can take such a simple task and use it to destroy the park. While setting up the chairs, Mordecai and Rigby notice they don't have enough, so they head to the storage room to grab more, and this is where everything changes.
It's like old school heaven.
Yeah, look at these things.
After coming across an entire room of arcade games, the two begin playing for hours until they come across a strange note that reads,
In the name of all that is holy, don't connect the red wire to the blue wire?
and for the first time ever, they actually listened.
That can't be good.
I don't know, he could be cool.
So much for that. Because they connected the wires, Mordecai and Rigby unleash a video game demon onto the park and kids' party. Pretty sure they should be locked up for child endangerment.
It's a special entertainment!
It's here where the demon starts to destroy the park and everything in it. Skips then arrives to save the day with arcade games strapped to the cart that summons a video game giant of their own that they can control. Rigby then begins mashing all the buttons, essentially making their character hit every combo imaginable, finally defeating the villain by turning him into a cherry. Then they eat him. Why? But hey, at least they set up the chairs.
Hey Benson, before you freak out, we totally set up those chairs.
This birthday party is hot!
When Mordecai and Rigby usually destroy the park, it's unintentional for the most part. But how much damage can they cause when it's not? Let's talk about the episode. In the episode Death Punchies, the destructive duo are playing a video game when Rigby starts to get upset that he's player 2. They then decide to play punchies to settle their argument, and when Mordecai wins, Rigby isn't too thrilled about it, to which he then finds a solution to finally beat Mordecai.
Stupid book.
Book?
Death Kwon-Do? Learn kicks, chops, and punches in moments. Unlock your full potential today? Yes.
Rigby then begins his training in the art of Death Kwon-Do, only learning the one move he needed to beat Mordecai in punches, the Death Punch.
Oh no, bro.
Here is where we see the most intentional destruction of the park in the series this far. Rigby goes on a rampage and starts to terrorize the park and everyone in it. Even beats his own friends that used to win against him in punchies.
Muscle Man, do you see Mordecai yet?
I can't see anything.
In the midst of Rigby's rampage, Mordecai finds out Rigby is searching for him and how he was able to get so powerful, and to even the playing field, decided to learn Death Kwon-Do himself. And I guess it went well, because not long after, they were back at it in an epic punchy showdown in the middle of the park, where Mordecai reveals the one move he learned in Death Kwon-Do.
What? How come you're not dead yet?
Probably because I learned the death block.
They then begin destroying not only the park, but the planet itself, because the force from Rigby's punches is being blocked by Mordecai, causing them to create a crater in the Earth's core. Here is where Mordecai learns the truth about why Rigby is doing what he's doing, and decides to let him be player one.
Dude, stop! We're gonna die!
I don't care! I'm sick of you always winning! I'm not quitting till I win!
Ah! You got me. You got me. Oh, you got me. You win.
So in this episode, Rigby causes thousands of dollars worth of damages, sends multiple people, including his own co-workers and friends, to the hospital, and straight up robs the Death Kwon-Do instructor. Also, he could be player one. And at the end, he decides he wants to be player two after seeing how bad player one really is. Wow.
I want to be player 2.
They got really close to destroying the planet in this one episode, but let's look at the time when they actually did it. In Brilliant Century Duck Crisis, we see the return of the baby ducks, and we all know what happened the last time they were here.
Step off!
But why are they back? Mordecai and Rigby get tasked with getting rid of a double-wattled cassowary, a bird that's basically a dinosaur. Since it's an extremely aggressive and gladiatorial bird with claws that can cut through just about anything, this was no easy task. After multiple attempts of trying to get rid of the bird, one in which the cart got destroyed, again,
Dude, call him. Call him.
Mordecai and Rigby resort to their final option, which is calling the baby ducks. And let's just say this episode gets even weirder. We later found out there are 2 Toya officials who are controlling these robot birds, trying to get Mordecai, Rigby, and the ducks to sign away their likelihood to use them as toys. When they say no, it then becomes all out war.
Never seen that before.
More of the birds begin to appear, to which they start forming a giant robot bird. With a threat this big, the baby ducks and all of the park members begin to form their own giant duck robot to fight against the bird. This sounds crazy. I swear I am not making this up. This is a real episode. The fight then begins to make its way to space in another epic battle, and they destroy the moon.
Never
seen that before.
We can determine the moon's value by using the Lunar Embassy, which sells pieces of the moon for $20 per acre, which means the moon is valued at $180 billion. That's not even the only thing in space they destroy. While summoning their sword, Mordecai and Rigby proceed to destroy not only a pyramid on another planet, but planet Mars itself that is valued at $117 billion. And they don't even care. In the finale of the episode, Mordecai, Rigby, and the Ducks end the battle with their most iconic step-off move, not only slicing the birds in half, but the park. Their entire state, and then the planet. The entire world is estimated to be $5 quadrillion, bringing the total of this episode alone to $5.2 quadrillion. It seems like there's nothing left. Mordecai and Rigby destroyed the planet. Since they have nothing else to destroy, you'd think they'd be done. Well, you're wrong. Let's talk about when Mordecai and Rigby ended the universe. In Regular Show the movie, we start off with the duo racing back to the park to avoid being late for the park meeting, and on the way there, Rigby just couldn't help himself.
Get up. Come on.
When suddenly a spaceship starts hurtling towards the park, where we then find out the future version of Rigby traveled back in time and why.
I've traveled back from the future to seek your help. The universe is on the verge of being destroyed. And it's all because you tried to make a time machine in high school. What?
You see, the real reason Mordecai and Rigby needed a time machine in the first place is because they didn't get accepted into college together. Except Mordecai actually did. After receiving his rejection letter, Rigby was afraid he'd lose his best friend if they didn't go to college together. So he swapped out their letters, making Mordecai believe he didn't get in. So the two come up with a plan to use a time machine built by their evil science teacher, Mr. Ross, who only built the time machine to get revenge on Rigby for ruining his state championship game.
Ross is using the Time NATO to suck up Earth's timeline. Entire pieces of the future are being erased. Portals start appearing one after the other, ripping through the fabric of time until nothing is left.
So, after finding out they have to save the universe from themselves, the gang head back in time to stop their past selves from ending the universe. They meet their past versions, steal the key they needed from them, and successfully find and smash the time machine, saving the universe. Or so they thought.
Wait! We can't go.
Rigby, what's going on?
There's a second time machine in our past selves are headed to the high school to finish it!
What? Everybody get in the van. We gotta get to the high school now.
We later switch back to the gang racing to stop themselves from using the second time machine and blowing up the science lab. But it's already too late.
What are you guys doing here?
Mr. Ross then leaves and uses the Time NATO to start ruining the timeline. Rigby, mad at himself for being a terrible friend, runs off alone, leaving Benson, Mordecai, and the rest of the gang to stop Mr. Ross by themselves. And after a long, epic battle, Rigby shows up to help, apologizes to Mordecai for being selfish, and the two stop Ross and destroy the Time NATO together. This is by far the most money we've ever seen owed in a single episode, and it's all because Rigby lied. So how much did Mordecai and Rigby actually cost the park? From destroying their work, ending life on the planet, and heck, even the universe. The total price Mordecai and Rigby owe is an astounding 60 septillion, 5 quadrillion, 299 billion, 626 million, $879,160. But since the timeline was reset in regular show the movie, for those who wouldn't count that part, they would still owe an impressive 5 quadrillion, 299 billion, 626 million, $879,160. Still an impressive number, but not as impressive as hitting that like and subscribe button if you enjoyed it. Please hit it or Muscle Man is coming to your house.